Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and I'm out here to cut down a tree for my new friend Mike. And while we're here, he has a different brand of tractor. It's a different color, and almost the same horsepower as mine. So I thought we'd do a little bit of talking about this machine, some of the differences, and a reason someone might want to look at one of these Mahindras. So I guess we'll start with, what's the model on this?
Brock, this is a 1538, so it's a full 35 horse tractor. Went with the 1538 because I was looking at a 1535 or 32, somewhere in that neighborhood. But one of the things that really stood out was jumping to the 1538. The front end loader was just much more stouter. You could just tell it by how it was built. And I wanted a full 35 horses. So they told me that my best bet would be to step up to the 1538. I got quite a bit more as far as weight. The tractor's a little heavier on that also. So, I mean, I don't do a lot of things other than just brush hog, a little, a rototiller and things of that nature. But still, I still wanted every bit of 35 horses in case I need it. It's four-wheel drive also, so.
So everybody knows I like John Deere. I really do like John Deere. But that doesn't mean that all these other brands don't have selling points. And a couple of them on this one. First is the price. How long have you had it?
I think we've had it, don't quote me, somewhere around 4 years.
So 4 years. We all know there's been some kind of crazy inflation the last few years. But my tractor is much smaller than this, but the same horsepower. And I got it with a bunch of attachments. But the base tractor, the 2038R, is $33,000 tractor and nothing else. And what did you say you paid with this package and what you got for it?
We got a 20 or 22 foot trailer that's a Texas brag. Got a 6 foot medium duty brush hog, 5 foot box blade, 4 foot rototiller, and I believe we rolled out around 25, 26, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So he got a package with the majority of the things the average homeowner needs, and a tractor that is significantly larger than mine for $8,000 less than just the tractor on mine. And I got a package with the trailer and those attachments and a couple more. My package for my tractor was $54,000. Now, another thing about these is Mahindra, as I mentioned in another video, is one of the few tractors you can buy that is over 25 horsepower and does not have a regen or a DPF filter or any of that kind of emission stuff. And that was a selling point for you, right?
Absolutely. Like I was telling you earlier, I got a friend that's got a Kubota that's quite a bit larger tractor, but he's got that filter. He's got to do that regen, and then there's a lifespan on that filter, and the price to replace that filter was pretty staggering. So that was another big seller for me. And I'm a homeowner and I use it on the weekends, and when I need it, I want to get on it and use it, and I didn't want to have to worry about something like that. And that's another very good reason why we went with the Mahindra.
And so if you were really wanting to compare this to a John Deere, it'd be like a 3038E, because this is a no frills tractor. It doesn't have it doesn't have third function. It does have a quick attach skid steer bucket, no rear remotes, all that sort of thing. So it is your economy tractor, but you're getting more size and power at a lower price. But even that 3038E comes in at like $31,000 right now. So I was trying to think of the technology that allows it to not have the regen, and I was at the Tulsa Farm Show, and the dealer explained it to me, and it was some kind of a direct line fuel, direct rail fuel or something. I don't know the terminology, but I guess it's an older technology, and they're just finding a way to make it practical for the tractor owner. Now, 4 years, have you had problems with this machine or any complaints about it?
Zero. Not a bit of trouble whatsoever. Have not done it. Have not turned a tap on it, other than the fight that I had with the pack rat. Beyond that, the mechanical operation of the tractor has been flawless.
So vermin like these Mahindras. They don't like the John Deeres, but if you got one of these, put some mothballs in the engine.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to run it a little bit, and then I'll give my thoughts. Oh yeah, it's a shuttle shift. We'll see if I know how to operate. Ooh, that treadle pedal. And running that treadle pedal. Couple of quick thoughts that I forgot to mention at the end is, number one, I don't love the position of the loader joystick. It's not a problem actually using that joystick, but I'm a big guy, and when I move my foot from the forward to the reverse on the treadle pedal, I had a tendency to bump that lever. The second thing is, this is a shuttle shift, and it's a treadle pedal, and I've never used either. And I thought I might have a hard time getting used to this, but I really didn't. Both of those were no problem at all, and I didn't mind it. All right, so I'm a big fan of anything that gets the job done, and this gets the job done. A couple differences from my tractor. Once again, we're talking about the same horsepower machine, but this is so much bigger, and that's pros and cons. Mine could have maneuvered through this a lot easier. I'm used to having a grapple, so it was a little bit of an annoyance. I pushed it right in my way, and I'm like, oh, I have no way to pull that back. But definitely a lot more pushing power. Part of that's because of I think the shuttle shift, and part of it's just the bigger frame and the bigger tires. But I feel like you get a lot more stability with the bigger machine. So right where we're standing is pretty steep uphill, and I was coming kind of across it, so I was on a slope this way and then trying to push, engaging the ground and push up and across this slope, and I never felt unstable. With mine, I would have felt really unstable here and would have maneuvered more times to attack it in a different angle. And just because I know you're going to tell me, I was halfway through and realized it's kind of reckless of me to be on a new machine on a hill and not put the ROPS up. Safety first, put your ROPS up. Don't be like we were today. But, you know, he's got 250 hours on this machine, saved a lot of money, and gets the job done. So, seems like a pretty good deal to me.
Right, yeah. Now you've kind of got me an itch of having a grapple bucket, so...
It's all about what you're doing and the size of your property. For a smaller property, I've got a lot of versatility with my setup, but this is a workhorse. Yep. And you've been happy with it, right?
Oh, yeah. Like I said earlier, it's been done everything that I've wanted it to do. And another thing that I was real happy with the, you know, that 6-foot brush hog with the medium duty. Man, I've put it through the paces, and it just does. It's not balked a second.
Yep.
Very, very happy with it.
So you guys see me always cheerleading whatever brand tractor I'm showing. It's because I think they're all good. They're just good at different things. But I appreciate you guys taking time to watch. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos. I'll see you next time.